a couple years ago that's kind of been like some cursed energy at this venue whenever there's, you know, a close game 3 or a close game 5 once it gets to that top 64 cut.
I mean, you say cursed, but I think a lot of other people would say blessed. It makes it very, very fun until you are, you know, the top seed that's having some unfortunate situations. I'm not going to say unfortunate situations, but we do have Krudo versus ckyulmiqnudaetr. I did learn how to pronounce this correctly. I'm only going to say that once. We're going with Quang for the rest of the time.
Yeah, you might got to throw out a little bit of a kumquat cylinder in there from time to time.
Absolutely. ckyulmiqnudaetr made a huge upset to get here, beating Moki and Kevin Maples. Did lose to Josh Man, though, so we're starting in losers, and he's against Krudo. We're going to see, historically, not that people are saying that DK has any fantastic matchups, but historically, Sheik has been pretty rough for the monkey.
Yeah, I have heard a couple of these Donkey Kong mains talking about picking up a secondary Ices specifically for the chain grab in this matchup.
Okay,
Quang
that
is
is
one of those individuals. So we might be seeing like that weird FD counter pick if it comes to it.
So here's the other lore, not just that he's got the secondary ICs for that matchup. He already played ICs.
Yeah. It just
like,
went down on the
like,
tier. It became the second slot instead of the first slot.
Yeah, we did a side grade. What a cursed character lineup. As someone who plays one of those two characters.
Yeah, and the issue with like this matchup is you see Quang gets the grab, and traditionally on any fast faller in the game, you get that cargo grab at like 60, 70%, and that should be able to confirm at least into an edge guard situation. But Sheik is so light that it's just...
I think we're getting back still. All right.
Yeah, it doesn't bonk there. That's the other issue with Battlefield, where Sheik can stuff out Quang's approach so hard, and if Quang just unfortunately bonks, it's just a stock.
Yep. I mean, DK's recovery is so linear. You're going horizontal and not much else. Up air will seal the deal off the top. Even stocks, but to take a lot of damage getting there. We've got the full punch. Donkey Kong with a full head of steam.
Yeah, and like talking about differences in playstyle from other Donkey Kongs, Krudo was able to confirm the stock there. Is Quang's like ability to read when to use punch is insane. I actually think the best Donkey Kong in the game right now is just ripping punch in neutral and having it work.
Okay, so lay it on me quick while Krudo's doing the chain grab. Never mind, starting a combo. You said Krudo. I corrected you earlier while we were like warming up, and you're like, no, this is actually what it's called. The Floridians know this.
Yeah, and the sad part right there, to get into it as well, but he gets the grab, and he's just up air into back air. That's the only combo. That's the only two-piece you get on Sheik, which makes this matchup so hard.
I'm curious to see how some of the edge guarding evolves throughout this. Krudo's doing a really good job when he needs to cover high, but Quang has just been getting back with these low helicopters, which it's this move that isn't great, but it is really hard to stuff sometimes, shockingly so.
Yeah, and you don't want to challenge it in case you go down, miss position, get that big hurt box on the backside, and you're now sent off, and like the edge guard reverses, and now Quang's in control. So you really don't want to go down there and challenge it, because all you're going to have is Donkey Kong at ledge, and you kind of just reset.
That's exactly what you're talking about there. I think DK is going to do a great job with some of these reversal opportunities.
Yeah, and now it's just the name of the game for Quang. Get this one stock however you can, and then Donkey Kong final stock is something that's scary. So,
good back air. What are we going to see? Okay.
I think it's just rinse and repeat.
Yeah. Oh, no! Didn't get the poof angle, which means one more lease on life. Great. I love the platform movement into just the drop down forward air.
And Quang might have been dead there as well with the drift, but Krudo able to hold on to there and take that first game, and now we might get into a little bit of that counter pick play where you go FD, you see the Ices.
I'm so interested to see if that happens. I feel like we're going to see just all DK, all set. Yeah. But if someone's already got an Ices, and it's not even just like, oh, this is a counter pick, but this is a character I've genuinely worked on, I genuinely play, that is the time to do it. Like, I don't know when else you would think is the opportune moment.
Yeah, and we can see from the player cams right here, Quang's taking the time to think about it.
Thinking. Deep in thought.
But yeah, the Krudo lore, the correct pronunciation, according to Kyle, is Krudo. And like, if you are from Florida, people say that, and that's kind of like how you have the tell. Similar to like Azel from NorCal.
Oh, sure. That being said, I'm just going to keep saying Krudo.
Yeah, it is what it is.
If he wants to correct me, great, but Krudo just sounds weirder to me, even though I'm sure that is intentional. Ooh, I love that. Wait.
Oh, no, not high enough to get to the platform. Yeah, goes for the grab there. But, I mean, we saw it there. The counter pick to go to Pokemon is so Quang can, like, really get extensions off of the cargo grab, but wasn't able to get on the first one. Got stuck on the platform a little bit. And now we're going to have rinse and repeat recovery here with the needle. Able to get the tilt. Doesn't get the fair to connect afterwards.
And that's what I was saying. You might take a lot of damage, but it's genuinely very tricky to try to cover spinning Kong.
And then you have some form of invincibility depending on the hitbox too. So you're just going to keep doing it and doing it. I think we probably saw 6 or 7 interactions there, but Kyle got it done at the end.
Yeah, you might say, like, well, Sheik like, still cleaned up the edge guard. Sheik would have cleaned that edge guard up in 3 fewer interactions against
if it was
a lot
any
of
other
other
character.
characters.
Yeah. And the good thing about this pick as well is both of these characters, depending on like the pace of the game, can really benefit from like a scrum in the pit right here. Yeah. Donkey Kong is so oppressive from above, like we might be seeing Quang try to approach. And that's the other thing too. Quang can always take the time to charge up punch if he doesn't have it on a transformation.
I was talking to Junebug about this. I was like, how do you feel about Pokemon right now? And he's like, honestly, the fact that I can get a free charge on some of like half the transformations is huge.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to try to get it during an edge guard, whether you're recovering while I'm getting down from the angel platform. Oh, there's a giant rock. Cool. I'm gonna wind up my huge resource.
Oh, that was such a good match from Krudo there. Instant, because at this percent, Quang could potentially connect that punch and get like a free 30%.
And that's actually one of the reasons that I've kind of been hedging my bets against the Quang Ices, is because I've seen Krudo versus Ices before. People have done it, absolutely, but like his mash game is out of this world.
Yeah.
You're not going to get the like raw random grab into something. You have to set it up and you have to earn it.
Yeah, and these platform heights are just not low enough to save Quang from that little chain grab we're seeing there.
It really does feel the story of 2 grapplers right now.
Oh,
Sheik isn't your standard one, but I think in this matchup specifically gets so much off of grab. It is very much the old school grappler versus the DLC.
Yeah, I mean, looking back, like 1 or 2 stocks, the state of the game was pretty close. Everyone was at 3 stocks. Quang just got that grab at center stage, and after mashing out instantly, Krudo was really just turned the tide.
I've seen Quang go for some of these like edge cancel down airs and not hitting them. I'm not sure what that says. That could just be like a one flash in the pan thing, but it also could be a like, hey, I'm not feeling quite warmed up. I don't know if my tech skill's ready quite right away. This is the very first match of the day. Everyone had a pretty long day yesterday. Wait, let's see. Okay, every time I'm like, someone might die now.
And yeah, Krudo has 3
Ooh,
stocks.
doesn't get the tech, but does.
Oh, goes for the clap and does not get it. This should just be cargo up throw into up air to confirm the 3rd stock.
We're all sinners in the hands of an angry Donkey Kong. Cargo up throw into up air will work no matter who you are, no matter how good you are. It's just a very solid option.
Yeah, hold the ledge. Name of the game. Krudo takes a 2-0 lead. And now are we going to see Quang going back to that, that thinking? Do I pull it out of the back pocket or not?
Are you insinuating that Quang is never not thinking?
Oh, true.
How dare you?
I would never.
How dare you? Donkey Kong is the thinking man's character. All right, let's see
straight
here.
back. I mean, I don't think the pick was incorrect.
No, I don't think it was here.
It really was just small neutral interactions. Krudo just needs to, like, the way for Sheik to get in is just that grab, and it's so much easier for Sheik to get the grab than Donkey Kong to get the grab.
We're definitely been talking about this from, like, the DK point of view, just because, it's the new exciting thing. But Krudo's just been so, whoa, the SDI up is still getting punished. That is the 2nd level there. Not the I'm hitting this and then you're going to tech in place. It's the I'm hitting this and I'm punishing your SDI up so that you're not teching in place.
Yeah, and Donkey Kong's recovery has just been made so linear by Krudo. Like, there's nothing you can really do if you're Quang. You just got to hope that Krudo messes up and you're able to get back.
We've been saying it takes a lot more rinse and repeat than a lot of other characters, but dang, Krudo's really willing to do the rinse and repeat.
Yeah. I like the dare approach there. He's able to get the grab. Cargo back there off the stage.
It reminds me a lot of Falcon down air. How you see Falcon do like down air into stomp, except it's just DK doing down air.
Oh, transformation might help here with the up air.
Oh no!
Ooh, I don't know if the fair was the misinput or was just like a read on the DI in.
Yep, sometimes your stick dead zones get into the way there. It could have just been a read as well. If I need this to kill and I need it to kill now. Let's see. This is just...
Oh, the bounce off. Oh, just lets it rip.
I was so worried about the angle.
Because you could have got the tech at the top?
I was worried about the tech on the tree, but Sheik goes just over the goalposts.
Oh, and this is like where Kwang got stuck on like the transformation bottom right there. That could have been real bad if Krudo was able to read that and go in with like a grab or something. Gets the bear anyways.
And something we saw there, one of the other problems, even with this stage, is DKs like this stage because they're able to get that punch wound up. But Sheik also is able to take that to get Beetles, which is that free 18%, or if you're already at a higher percent, it's the free confirm. Okay. Oh my god.
This is the connection, and it doesn't matter because Krudo has the up smash prepared.
Yup.
A little bit of a get off me up beat by there. Gets the back hit, but rinse and repeat.
Funny. Exactly. So many other characters would have died, but you can just do it 4 more times. We're good.
Yeah, and Krudo knows what Kwang needs there is that grab right from ledge, baits it out, and then punishes the whiffed grab.
Yeah, Krudo's playing clinical against Donkey Kong right now. There's still been a lot of questions of like, how good is DK really? And there's been people who are like, DK's actually great. And a bunch of people are like, nah, he's still bad. I'm of the probably somewhere in between, because of what some people like Krudo are able to do, where this doesn't even seem like I'm a top player outplaying or doing something. It's just like, here are Donkey Kong's weaknesses, and I'm going to exploit them. Oh. Donkey Kong can still win, he can still do other stuff, but you have to outplay me so much harder right now.
Yeah, and the transformation was coming up in Krudo's favor there. The platform dropped with Kwang on it, so Krudo was able to do it, throw out the grab, and like the height matched up perfectly to get the connection there.
Yeah, I've been seeing DK take everyone else to FD, but I just think that you were worried even more about getting juggled by the long limbs of the ninja. Is that? Yeah, that'll clean it up. All right. Solid clinical 3-0 from Krudo. We will be seeing more of you later.
Yeah, I believe we'll get into that match later, but Krudo is now slated to play the loser of the other Donkey Kong matchup, right?
I forgot about that.
So,
you're right.
So I think we're going to see Axe or Junebug facing off against Krudo. And I think if you're Krudo, you're pretty happy about that. Like that's a decent matchup to play into to qualify for top 8.
For either of them.
Yeah, exactly. You just got the warm-up from Kwang if you go into June. And, you know,